Hello everyone. In today's session, we'll talk more on priority annotations in TestNG and how we can set in a test. Okay. So basically, priority is an attribute or annotation that tells TestNG which order the test needs to execute. Okay. So when we have multiple tests and we want to execute them in a particular order, in that case, we can use the TestNG priority attribute. Okay, that helps in executing the test. Okay, and that test case gets executed in ascending order of the priority list. Okay, so that means like I have multiple tests. Okay, like suppose I have a test method A, test method B, test method C, which is having the same priority. In that case, it is executing the ascending order. So that means first test method A will execute, followed by test method B, followed by test method C. And the default test priority in TestNG is 0. Okay, so lower the value, higher the preference. Okay, and higher the priority number, then the lower the preference. Okay, so we'll see. So I'm going to log into TestNG. So this is the Maven project. So I'm going to create a one package, test priority, and here I'm going to create a one class, TestNG class, having multiple methods. Priority tests. This is my class name, and here you can see by default the priority is a 0. Okay, so what I will do, I will mention test method A. Okay, and I will just mention system order test method A without priority. Test method A without priority. So what I will do, I will create another more method. Okay, and I'm going to assign the priority. Okay, so here what I will do, priority. Okay, again priority is always defined in integer. I'm going to mention 1. Test method B. Okay, test method B with priority 1. Okay, so here you can see, then I'm going to add one more thing, priority 0. Okay, here we can see the difference, test method C with priority 0. So here you can see I have three methods. Okay, one is the default method. Okay, default priority. Okay, mentioned. Another the priority is mentioned 0. Okay, another priority 1. Okay, so what I will do to better understand, I will add one more method, and I am going to execute test method priority 1, test method A, test method A1 with priority 2. Okay, so here you can see, like as I mentioned, if we have higher the priority, it's a lower the preference. Okay, so this method will execute at last. Okay, but here you can see this method and this method, the test method A. Okay, test method A and test method C. Okay, both are the priority 0. Okay, so what TestNG will do? Okay, so it will show in ascending order. Okay, that means first this method will execute test method A, followed by test method C, followed by test method B, and last the priority 2 it will execute. So I am going to execute TestNG class, and we can see the result, test run as TestNG. Okay, now here you can see, so as I mentioned, so first it's executed test method A, okay, without priority in ascending order, then test method C, okay, 0 priority mentioned, okay, then test method B, which is having priority 1, and the at last test method A1 with priority 2. Okay, suppose if you want to execute test method A1 first, okay, we'll simply come here, okay, and we just change the priority. Okay, so now if I want to execute test method A, then just simply put test method 0, and you put this test method 2. Okay, and here also we need to give, okay, other priority is equal to 3. So now if I give the priority 3, then this method will execute at last. Okay, so now here first test method A1 will execute, okay, then one test method B will execute, then test method C, and last test method A will execute. Okay, so I'm going to execute run as TestNG. Okay, here you can see, okay, here you can see test method A1 is executed priority to. Okay, here you can see this is a static data. Okay, so if you say test method 0, then it's executed test method B, like as I mentioned. Okay, since priority 1 is there, and for this priority test method C, priority is 2, and last test method A will execute with priority 3. Okay, so just I updated print statement, and if you execute, it will display correctly, like as how we discussed. Okay, test method A with priority 0, 1, then 2, and the 3. Okay, so this way we can give the priority or we are using priority annotation in TestNG. Okay, if in case you have any questions, query, please let me know. Thank you.